What's going on, y'all? This old buck, Carolina Crazy Outdoors. I'm down here in Summerton, South Carolina. Beautiful place. Down here to talk to Miss Olivia Wilson. Man, 16-year-old killed the buck of a lifetime. This deer has green scored 147 inches. And when you see this rack, I mean, it's got everything you would want in a rack. There's no doubt in my mind, once it dries, it's got very little deductions. I still think this deer is gonna be in the low 140s. It's just a beautiful rack. But anyway, I want to thank some people real quick. Mr. Tim, Miss Lynette, and Olivia for having me and my little family down here last night. Such awesome hospitality, great people. That's what it's all about, you know. People ask me, what's your favorite thing about being a YouTuber? It's always, hands down, meeting new people and awesome friends. I met some amazing people that I would have never met if it wasn't for YouTube. And it continues to happen, and I love it. I also want to thank Carl Craps Tire, local business up there where I'm from. If you need tires or anything like that, definitely check out Carl Craps Tire. Twin City Concrete, poured on my concrete. You know, great local businesses, so definitely check out Twin City Concrete. But I am actually walking to the stand where Miss Olivia got this buck. I mean, the very stand she was sitting in when she got the buck. So you can see, you know, the stand's up here on the left, and this is where all of it happened at. And I just love being here, knowing something special happened here for this young lady. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, bucks like this, they're hard to come by, especially in South Carolina. You know, Olivia told me, you know, they didn't have no big bucks on cameras. She didn't really have no expectations in this hunt. She told me she just really wanted to get out here into peace and quiet and read her Bible. And I think that's pretty amazing right there. You know, awesome stuff. You know, and Olivia, you know, she approached this exact same ladder, you know, thinking this is just probably gonna be just a regular old hunt, not knowing she'd be climbing into the one of the most exciting, nerve-wracking outdoor experiences of her life and possibly her lifetime. Because, you know, she beats that buck, you know, more glory to her. But, you know, this is where it all happened. I found myself sitting right here in the exact chair Olivia was sitting in that early afternoon reading her Bible when she encountered one of the biggest bucks of her life and possibly her lifetime. I stared out across this broom sage field just trying to imagine how it felt seeing a deer of this caliber in real life. So many hunters dream of this opportunity, but those dreams never come true. But Olivia will tell you, she really believes in her heart that somebody special had a big part in this, and I'll let her tell you all about it in her own words. What's going on, y'all? Okay, as you can see, I got Miss Olivia right here beside me, and as you can see in the middle, we have a monster buck on this tailgate with us. I'm over here on the very edge of this tailgate. She is as well. Those of y'all know how wide a tailgate is, you know how big this rack is. This is a massive rack. It's one of the biggest 8-points. I've seen one more 8-point bigger than this. This is a green scored at 147 inches. And I'm very confident it's got very little deductions. Once it dries, I still think it's gonna be in the low 140s. I mean, it's just an amazing deer, amazing. But we're not gonna talk about this deer right now. We're gonna talk about this young lady. We wanna get to know who she is. So, Olivia, how are you?
I'm good.
First of all, I wanna thank y'all for having us down last night. Y'all are amazing people. My wife loves y'all, kids love y'all, and it was really nice coming down and, you know, going out with y'all. It was great.
We enjoyed having you.
It was perfect. So tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm 16 years old. I'm from Summerton, South Carolina. I go to a little school called Clarendon Hall, right in Summerton, about 15 minutes from my house. And I play volleyball and softball. I'm really active in the school.
That's good. Softball. I played baseball, but I didn't play softball. Well, I did after school, but it's slow pitch. I don't know if you can count that. So I seen when you took me in your room, me and the kids and the wife the other night showing us around, I saw them softballs up on the wall. What's up with that?
Yes, sir. I've hit 2 home runs in my softball career. Hit my first one my first year playing varsity in 8th grade. and I hit one last year. And that's about it.
Well, that's good. Well, not only can you pull the trigger on a rifle, you can swing a bat too then. Well, that's good. Volleyball. No, you play volleyball.
Yeah, I've been playing volleyball since I was in 7th grade. I played JV 1 year, and then I got moved up to varsity in 8th grade.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah, and I've been playing volleyball. That's probably my favorite sport to play.
Really? So out of the two, volleyball is it?
I love softball, but...
Right. You plan on going to college and playing any sport?
Probably not.
Really? I got you. Well, that's cool, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love sports too. It's great. All kids should get into sports and the outdoors, and usually everything will take care of itself. So tell me a little bit about how you got started hunting.
Well, ever since I can't even remember the first time I went. I've grown up dog hunting. That's all I've ever done. I've never really started sitting in a tree stand until like I was a little bit older. I've always been dog hunting. Every weekend, every Saturday, we would go dog hunt all day.
I love dog hunting. There's nothing like hearing the sounds of hounds. I'm 95% still hunter. Y'all know that from talking to me. But that 5% dog driving I do every year is way funner and more exciting than the 95% of the still hunting I do.
Yeah,
it ain't nothing like it.
I would rather go dog hunting than anything.
Any day. Well, we're gonna go. Can't wait. So, how many deer have you killed in your life?
I've killed about 13 deer.
What's your biggest?
This one, right?
Oh boy. One. Oh man. Well, I really hope you beat this one day. But if you do, good Lord, because I'm gonna tell you something. So many hunters dream of this right here, and dreams don't come true. They hunt a lifetime, never get the opportunity on a deer like this. So you're very fortunate to experience this. So many people want to. It's amazing. This deer's awesome. When'd you kill your first deer?
I killed it. I was in about 4th grade, and I killed it with my brother. And he blooded me up and everything. And he's no longer here with us. He died in a car wreck.
Oh wow.
But
well, I know you told me that the outdoors almost came to an end for you.
Yeah. I would go dog hunt with my brother, and I just didn't think it would ever be that fun anymore since he's not here with us.
Right.
I just didn't think I would ever enjoy myself going hunting or fishing or anything.
Y'all went through something that every family, it's a nightmare, and nobody should ever experience that. So we're all sorry to hear about that because it's terrible. What got you to the point of saying, I want to get back in the outdoors?
Well, I would just like to think that he would want me to go hunting and not just because he's gone, just quit it all.
Right.
And a lot of his friends and a lot of his friends have took me and taught me how to hunt. And there's a lot of people I'm thankful for that's taught me and showed me how to hunt.
All you friends that done that with her, good job. And all the people she just mentioned she's thankful for, good job.
And I'm thankful for my stepdad. I killed it on his land. And he really looks out for me and provides a place for me to hunt.
Mr. Tim's a great guy. Great guy. Man, I just can't get over the size of this deer. It's so gorgeous. Amazing. This just ain't any buck. You feel like somebody special had a part in this. Tell me about that.
I would like to think my brother sent me this buck. I've been dreaming of a buck like this my whole entire life. And ever since he's died, I've been dreaming of killing like a wall hanger just for him. And I feel like he sent me this.
You got a wall hanger and some, definitely. I definitely believe that 100% that he had a part in this. Because one thing that I noticed is, a guy reached out to you with pictures of this deer 3 miles away from here. 3 miles. And tell me about, what's his name?
His name's Baker Bell. He's a kind of a family friend. My dad knows who he is.
Right.
And he had him on camera, and he reached out to me and congratulated me on my buck. And sent my dad some pictures of him.
Baker, good job. Because so many hunters there are hunters that lose friendships over stuff like this. Because of jealousy and stuff like that. But for Baker to reach out and because this is the buck of a lifetime to Baker as well. So for him to reach out to you and congratulate you, he's just as happy for you as, if he would have killed it. And that's really important. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pop up on the screen the message you sent her so y'all see it right now. So this buck, man, a monster deer. This deer, green scored 147, and it's every bit of that. Definitely the perfect rack. It's wide, it's tall, extreme main beams, brow times forever. This is just a dream rack. So, tell me about the hunt.
So I came and climbed in the tree. I got in at like 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock. I'm always late.
Yeah, I usually get in earlier than that, but we were running late too. And I climbed up in a tree stand, sat in. I was reading the book of Revelations. I just had a lot on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just reading it. Something told me to put my phone down, so I was looking around, and I looked down the road, and he stepped out, and I just grabbed the gun.
Good Lord.
And had to hurry up and shoot him, and I dropped him. But I had to hurry up, he was about to cross the road.
I would have I'd have had a heart attack.
Afterwards, I about had a heart attack.
I bet so. I bet it was, I sit there and just tried to visualize the whole thing, with this buck in my mind, and just what it must have felt like to see this deer. But you told me you didn't really have time to really feel the effects of what you were really looking at. It happened so quick.
If I would have, if he would have been in a field and I would have enough time, I probably wouldn't have time. I would probably be shaking too much to kill him.
Because buck fever never set in until afterwards.
Yeah,
right.
Afterwards I had a lot of buck fever. I was shaking and about had a heart attack.
First phone call you made was Mr. Tim.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool, man. I know he was excited for you.
Oh, yes.
So when did you realize that this just wasn't an ordinary deer? I mean, this is a big South Carolina buck.
Well, he stepped out, and usually I look in the scope to make sure it's big enough or however big it is. He stepped out. I just saw the side of his horns, and I just grabbed a gun and shot him. I didn't even have to look at him.
Right.
And then he dropped, and I saw his horns laying up off the ground like that, and I was freaking out. I couldn't believe I killed one that big.
Well, believe it, because he's right here, And if y'all, after the little talk we got, I'm going to get better shots of the deer. So if y'all hang around after the video, I'm going to get the camera a lot up, more up close and, let you see the deer a lot better. But what the very first thing I noticed, the picture of you floating around on Facebook, everybody's seen it. But the very first thing I noticed, and I appreciate this kind of stuff, is so many hunters now, they kill a 120-inch deer, but they'll do everything in their power to make it look like 150 inches. They'll sit 3 foot behind it. They can barely hold a head up. But you were right up on this deer. And when I seen that, you had it close to you, and then that really gave me perspective, really how big the rack was. I'm like, that young lady is sitting right up on top of this deer, and that rack is huge. You know what I mean? I'm a wide guy, and you see how wide this rack is. I mean, golly, it's an amazing deer.
I know. I'm so thankful for him.
I mean, I know you are. I mean, you can just tell you're humble about it, and the excitement is just. I'm excited for you, and I know everybody is excited for you. You done hunting for the year?
Well, I haven't been hunting since I've killed him, and I usually go hunting almost every afternoon.
Right.
But a little bit. I'll give it a break a little bit, and then I'll probably get back in the woods and go.
Well, that's good. So, you do any other kind of hunting?
Any other kind of hunting I can do. Duck hunt, turkey hunt, any other kind of hunting. It don't matter. I'll go.
If I carry you alligator hunting, you kill a 15-foot alligator, I'm gonna carry you everywhere I go from now on. I mean, because there's something to it. You got a horseshoe head. But I mean, you got to make the shot. I mean, I tell people all the time, I've killed a lot of big deer. My wall, I have 17 on the wall, and I've got some big deer on the wall. But, and I tell her, they always like, well, how you kill all those deer? And I'm going to tell them right up. I've been very fortunate, and I've been very lucky, to, have all them opportunities. But at the end of the day, you got to make the shot. So good job on that. Because there's a lot of people that can't make the shot. But yeah, this is awesome deer. Really is. Really is. Man, I just can't get over it. When I seen the picture and I'm like, is it gonna be this big in person? And when I opened that freezer up, I'm like, oh my Lord. I had to pick it. What I do, I stood there, 5 minutes, just oohed and awed, like a little girl. I was like, oh God, look at this. But it's just amazing. It is. So I got to ask you a question. What'd you kill this deer with?
I killed him with a 270.
A what?
A 270.
There's no way possible a 270 will kill a deer.
I dropped him.
No, you dropped him. That's even more unlikely. I'm being sarcastic. She knows it. I'm a 270 fan. I'm gonna crack at people right now, and this is all in good fun. There's so many hunters out there that gives 270 a hard time. Here's a fact. The gun is only as good as the person pulling the trigger. That is a fact. I've been shooting 270 all my life. My whole family shoots 270, and it's an awesome rifle. And if you know how to get the job done, it will get the job done. And you know, Miranda, that I done last week with the little talk we had, she shot hers with a 243. You know, my wife's big 9-point that I got on video this year in full velvet, 270. 270. Mm-hmm. Let me tell y'all something. You ain't got to have an elephant gun, you know, to kill a big deer. I mean, these 270 is awesome. And it's a good rifle for young people. You know, it ain't gonna kick your brains out. So, you know, I know your stepdad was very excited about this whole thing. You know, it was the first phone call you made. You know what? Let's do something a little different. You know, I'm gonna get the camera. Let's walk up. He's hiding over there at the truck. Let's walk over there and ask him what this felt like. We'll come back over here in a minute. I'm gonna grab the camera. Y'all hold on 1 second. This is raw right here. Mr. Tim. So, I know you got that phone call, and were you expecting a deer like this?
No. I could tell in her voice though that it was something big.
Right. How'd it feel getting that phone call?
Exhilarating.
So when you walked up, I mean, what did it feel like seeing a deer like that?
I just couldn't believe it. I walked around and said, Jesus, look at that deer there. I've never killed one that big. I've been hunting all my life, and I've killed bigger bodied deer, but not a rack.
Right. So, that's awesome.
I don't think she really still yet realizes, you know, that might be the biggest one of her life, you know?
Right.
Well, it might not be.
Right, and I hope it ain't. I hope you kill a 160, 70-inch deer. Yeah. I'll be so excited for you. I am now, and I will then. But anything you want to say to her?
Love you.
I love you too, and thank you for giving me a place to hunt.
That's awesome. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything. So that was unexpected. Mr. Tim's probably gonna kill me after this, but that's fine. I'll be okay. Let's go back over here. All right, y'all. We ain't got the old tripod no more. We're gonna get down here and look at this deer a little bit closer. Young lady, this is just incredible of a deer. Look at that. I mean, you talking about long times, brow. I mean, it's almost, it's probably at least 10, 11 inches in between these two brow tines that tell you the width of that thing. I mean, mass all the way out to the ends. Extremely long main beams. I mean, this deer's got so many inches. Jeez. Golly. You don't mind if I ooh and ah a little bit more, do you? Look at that. Just an awesome buck. That's a deer right there people dream of even seeing in the outdoors. Golly. The brow tines just drive me nuts. Because so many deer, it's like they ain't got it all. They'll be tall, but they won't have hardly no brow tines. Or they'll have long brow tines and short tines everywhere else. Short main beams. This deer has it all. He's wide, over 20 inches wide. He's got the height in his tines, long brow tines, long main beams. Gorgeous deer. Look at that pretty red butt patch. It's pretty. Pretty. All right, babe, let's wrap this thing up. You got anything you want to say?
Well, I'm thankful I've had the opportunity to kill a big buck like this. And I just want to thank everybody that's taught me how to hunt and how to shoot deer, and my stepdad for showing me what to shoot and what not to shoot. And I would like to thank God for giving me the opportunity to hunt, and my brother for showing me how to hunt too. And I want to thank my mama too for making everything possible.
You're an awesome young lady. That's awesome. Well, that's good. This has been great. I have thoroughly enjoyed ourselves down here, the whole experience. Y'all, I will want to do a shout out real quick. There's a restaurant down here called Red's Place, right? Red's Place that we ate at last night. And Mr. Tim, I didn't think I was gonna be able to get out of bed this morning. I was so packed stuff. You know, amazing food. Appetizer amazing. I had the seafood platter. Oh, best fried seafood ever. And he bought a ribeye and cut it up, and I ate some of that too. I mean, I was stuffed when I left there. If y'all ever near Lake Marion, it's on the Somerton side of Lake Marion, across 95 Bridge. It's called Red's Place. If you're ever near that place, you definitely need to try it out. It's a great environment. They got live bands there. Sunday they got a buffet, and we're gonna tear that buffet up today, ain't we, girl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's gonna be brutal in there. But I love a buffet. So we're gonna check out Red's Place, and y'all need to check out Red's Place as well. We're gonna wrap this thing up. I really hope y'all enjoyed this. I try to make my YouTube channel not all about me. I love getting people, this young lady right here, on here where everybody can see this amazing accomplishment, you know, that she's pulled off. It ain't all about me. So I appreciate her coming on here and us talking, and it's just been a great time. If you like what I'm doing, make sure you click that subscribe button. Comment, tell me who you are. You know, if you see me in public, holler at me, because I see a lot of people in public now to come up and we can have some great conversations. But we're gonna wrap it up. You good? I'm good. Y'all have a good one. Peace.